Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Nelly. Last week we spoke about things that women hate that men do. This week we're going to be talking about things that women do that men hate. So we're going to be fair here. You know, when it comes to relationship, it's a two-way thing. So in order to avoid your relationship from breaking up even before it starts, you need to sit up and watch this video. One of the things that men don't like from us women is when you say, I'm okay, when you clearly know you're not okay. I mean, your face clearly shows that you are not okay. When there is something bothering you, you need to speak about it. Because how would that person know if you're okay or you're not okay? If you don't speak about it, they're going to carry on with their lives because you told them you're okay and yet you know that you're not okay. So that the next person can know that you are totally not fine. Because at the end of the day, you'll end up holding a grudge on that person when they clearly don't know what's wrong with you because you said you're okay, remember? The next point is taking too long when you're dressing up. I know you're going out on this date and you want to look beautiful for him, but if you know that you're one of those people that take too long in dressing up, rather start an hour earlier. There's nothing worse than waiting up on somebody that clearly knows what time they're supposed to be there, but just takes too long. The next point that they mentioned that they just don't like when it comes to women, it comes to shopping and dates. Now, we all love shopping and we all would like to take our partners along. Only a few men that enjoys shopping. I know my brother, when you do shopping with him, he totally loves it. On the other hand, the wife is totally opposite. So not all men are like that. So be considerate. If you want to do shopping and you want to have that peace of mind, just take your girlfriends with you. Leave him to do whatever he wants to do. And then when it comes to date as well, just because he's taken you out for a date doesn't mean that you have to choose the most expensive meal. Remember, this is his first date. You don't know how deep his pocket is. You don't want to end up washing the dishes, do you? And also, don't start ordering takeaways. Even if you love the food and you want to have it again later, ordering a takeaway is a no. You've already eaten. I remember once I was invited to a birthday party to some restaurant. Now, this was a top-class restaurant. And this friend of mine was actually throwing a party for the boyfriend, like a surprise birthday party. She had organized everything. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out the way she had planned. There are some things that she overlooked and we ended up contributing on the bill, even though she had said everything is fully paid for. So sometimes when you are going out, make sure you have your own money. Don't rely on the next person. You never know what's going to happen. It's very important to have your own money. And just because they invited you doesn't mean you have to order the most expensive meal. And the next point is lying about having period pains or maybe having that headache in order you to avoid sex. This is for the married people. Most of the time, we manipulate our spouses by telling them that you've got a headache or maybe you've got period pains in order to avoid your wife duties. Men hate that. They clearly know that you don't have a headache. It's just an excuse to avoid that. How would you feel if it was the other way around? You need to avoid on doing that because one day it will backfire on you. There'll be a time when you want to do it and he says, I've got a headache. How would you feel? I know most men wouldn't say that, but you need to be considerate when it comes to that one, right? Anyway, let's continue. The next one is jealousy and insecurity. This is a big one. Jealousy is so unhealthy when it comes to relationships. It's like an invitation to insecurity as well. It's like you're in a time bomb. You just don't know how your partner will react. Control yourselves. Don't compare yourself with the other woman. He chose you because he wanted to be with you. If you are going to show those signs of jealousy and insecurity, it becomes toxic to the relationship. And when we become clingy as well in this relationship, men hate that. Can you imagine if he has to do the same to you? How would you feel about it? Just give him that space. If he wants to spend time with the boys, let him spend time with the boys. I'm sure you would like to spend time with the girls as well. You both have separate friends and you both like separate things. So rather, if he wants to spend time with the guys, let him be. Don't be clingy. Avoid being petty as well. That drains a man when you're being petty about everything. You're practically making this relationship die before it even starts, especially if it hasn't started. The next point is when you have to ask him, how do I look? And you clearly don't like the answer that he will give you. What's the point of asking if you know that your man doesn't sugarcoat things? He says it as it is. Most of the times we ask about our looks when we clearly know the reply. Why would you want to hurt yourself? In most cases, we ask these questions so that we can get compliments. I know this is the answer that you don't expect, especially when they say, I'm not too sure, but you look okay. Men don't notice these things, and I know with us women it means a lot. The next thing is fake everything. When it comes to this, most men think they just like a woman who's natural, but they're attracted to that woman who's the opposite. The woman who doesn't even have natural hair, that has fake eyelashes and nails. These guys cannot even tell the difference between natural hair and fake hair. At the end of the day, they like natural women. Now, why would you say you like natural hair when you're attracted to the opposite? Most men have said they like the natural look because when it comes to the fake hair, it's all over the place, especially when it's shading. For some men, they just didn't care whether it's fake or not. And the next thing men don't like when it comes to women is nagging. This is one of the biggest issues when it comes to women when they begin to nag. So ladies, avoid nagging. I know it's nice to ask him to help you with the daily chores, like removing the pen. But if he doesn't do it at that moment, remind him nicely. Avoid nagging. At the end of the day, it won't help the situation. If you need something done, don't hint. Just mention it as it is. If you're going to give him these hints, he might not get it, and you will get annoyed as well. So don't give him hints, just say it as it is. It will save you all the trouble. He won't know what you're trying to say to him. And the next point is don't mother him. He didn't marry you so that you can become his mother. In most cases, women have got a habit of asking, where have you been? When are you coming home? You don't need to do that. This is a grown-up human being. I understand sometimes you are concerned. Too much of everything is nagging at the end of the day. So you need to avoid that if you don't want problems in your marriage. But if you are going to say it in a nagging way, he'll never confide in you. The next point is faking it in bed. Studies have shown that 80% of women fake it in bed. When you are going to fake it, eventually you get tired and they will see that all this time you were faking it. I know sometimes think it's great when you both come at the same time and you begin to think it's best to fake it. Men can tell if you begin to do this. In the long run, you get tired of it. They're just not saying this to you because they don't want to spoil the moment. Don't do something that you cannot maintain in the long run. It's not worth it in the long run. It's too much work, especially if you're trying to please him. But the next point is talking too much about your ex. Most women have got a habit of talking too much about their ex. Let go of that conversation. It doesn't have to go there. This person is trying to get to know them, and all you do is you are talking about your ex. What does that person think about you? Obviously, he thinks that if you can talk bad about your ex, he will think you'll do the same about him, especially when things don't work out. He will think you haven't moved on when it comes to your ex, or you've got unresolved anger. Maybe you're still hurt. If you don't move on, it may affect the relationship. If you want to have a healthy relationship, then you should avoid these things. So these are the things that we women do that men hate. Thank you for watching. If this is content that you like, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. God bless you.